Thursday night, Bowling Green, Pulltown. The guys are getting staged. We had some rain, so we're running about an hour behind. So I'm just going to do some quick overviews. We got a really clean 66 Ford here. Desperado. He just put a valve in overnight. He dropped one the other day. They got big 2.5-inch intake exhaust valves in these Hemi heads. It's like a Boss 429. You can see the motor sticking out. It's just huge. But a clean, nice truck. You can see the big old Hemi motor in there. Big old Ford Boss. Pretty neat. Gotta love those. And 650 cubes. So big cubic inches. I'll ask these guys, find out what kind of RPMs they run. Maybe what kind of horsepower, if they'll tell me. And but yeah, it gives you a good idea. You see the guys staged up. We'll kind of walk through here real quick. We got a nice looking Mopar right here, so we're gonna see another Hemi right away. So let's slip on up past the bucket list. And as again, you see another big Hemi. This one's got a Chrysler big old Hemi in her. 650 cubes. Well, how many RPMs these big 650 cubic inch engine turn?
About 88.
8,800 for that big of a motor. Isn't that impressive? And that's got to be, what, a 5-inch piston in there?
Yeah, close.
Close to 5-inch piston, probably 2.5-inch valves. Naturally aspirated, what, 22, 20, over 2,000 horse, I imagine?
No, not hardly 2.
Not quite 2, okay. Still, 8,800. Very impressive. Very impressive. These guys are getting staged up. They're going to go through weigh scales is up ahead of me. The tradition of Bowling Green. Before you got to go across down the track, you have to weigh in and make sure you're all legal. So that's what these guys are all doing. And we're coming up on another one. It's got some big old valve covers on it. Check that out. We got another Hemi. But look, see that bow tie? We saw those fenders. That's got a big block Chevy in it. If you look down in there, you can kind of see big block Chevy. But that's not a regular big block Chevy. That's what they call a Chemi. It's got Hemi heads on a big block Chevy bottom end. We can't quite see it because he's got side shields on for protection. But check out that front suspension. Pretty neat. So we got Ford Hemis, Chrysler Hemis, and Chevy Chemis. So everybody's got a Hemi head nowadays. 8,000 plus RPMs. You guys are pushing close to 2,000 horsepower, naturally aspirated. You know, this Sonny guy, he's got to be making good money off these four-wheelers. Here we got another one. Another Chemi. Man, those are some massive, massive heads. Well, I'll put my red Solo Cup there. There's a red Solo Cup, and it looks tiny next to those massive Chemi heads. And that actually has carburetors up there. Most of them are fuel injected. So that's a little different. So I have to watch, see how this little Chevy does out there with a carbureted setup. And up ahead of us, you can see the guys running across the scales right now. Another good looking Chevy here. I'm guessing we got a Sunny motor down in there. And we do. Another big Chemi. Chevy motor in there. And just a little tradition. We got the people coming in back there. And the trucks are all staged up. Getting weighed in. Like I said, they're running an hour behind because we had some rain earlier today. We got Fathead getting ready to go across the scales. Got a nice old Super Duty over there. And again, I see some big valve covers, so we're looking at a Boss Hemi. And of course, this Chevy, or this Dodge here, you can see a big old Hemi sticking up there again. And here's the scales everybody weighs in on. So when you're at tractor pulls, usually it's a little drier around them. But when you're at tractor pulls, you'll see the guys running over these scales. They're not allowed to mess with any weights on these. You can see these guys' weight box open. We just closed it. You Just hold a couple weights there. Step back off the scales. But and they keep those weight boxes close so nobody knows. On four-wheel drives it don't matter so much as it does the two-wheel drives, the modifieds, to know how much you have in the front. But again, you see another big old set of Hemi heads on that one. So just showing you how things get started at Bowling Green.